Now I know that this is a gamer channel, and my first love may have been video games, but my main love will always be music. And I know that I made that very clear in my Dopest music video where I listed off my favorite artists, but in this video, I'm focusing solely on game music. My 25 favorite video game scores. So hit the like button and sub to the channel, cause I'm Nintendo Dope Man, and these are the Dopest Soundtracks. Even the bad Paper Mario games have good music. I really couldn't choose between Thousand Year Door and Origami King, so I just went with a whole nother game to represent it all. I don't care if that doesn't make any sense, this soundtrack is amazing. Filled with those Paper Mario vibes. Classic MIDI soundscapes. And tons of great songs. Stuart Copeland was the technically proficient drummer of The Police, but he also composed the music for the original Spyro games. After charging through all three, the original stood out as the dopest. Bass heavy, percussion driven, and hotter than a burning sheep. I listened to the music from Bastion for a while before I even played the game. It's just that good. Mix of hip-hop with an acoustic guitar sounds like Nine Inch Nails scoring a Western movie set in India. Clocking in at a humble 14 tracks. The soundtrack to Nintendo's hidden horror gem harnesses all the sounds of the game. World music, game music, scary music. Darkness blends all three into an album-length piece that stands on its own. Odyssey is the best 3D Mario by a mile, and just one of the reasons is its super soundtrack. Each kingdom is backed by a song that perfectly captures its essence and smacks on its own. Cap it off, you can control the music with a boombox that appears in every level.
It's time to jump up in the air. Jump up, don't be scared. Jump up and your cares will soar away. You know that you're my superstar. No one else can take me this far. I'm flipping the switch. Get ready for this song. Let's do the Odyssey.
As great as modern J-pop is, something about the sounds of that country's past gives me way deeper feels. Everything in Okami is beautiful and Japanese. And the soundtrack is no exception. Some would give this spot to Banjo-Kazooie because it's a better game, but that doesn't mean it's a better soundtrack. That one is great, but it's a little derpy, whereas Donkey Kong 64 is so moody. I feel like I should just stick Grant Kirkhope's name for this one. All his work is as identical as it is identifiable. Quirky, brilliantly arranged orchestral scores that perfectly mesh with their settings. My favorite technique of his is the rearrangement of the hub world theme at each level entrance. Also, the dude is awesome, and he wrote the frickin' DK rap.
He's the leader of the bug.
I'm not super into RPGs or even the Final Fantasy series. I worship this dude. And I do love 7, especially the music. This is one of those games where I knew from the start it would be a long time backlogger, and I end up just listening to the music just to get a taste. I still haven't played my copy of Persona 5 Royal, but I listen to the soundtrack fairly often. The game itself is so notoriously big that it naturally covers every genre. Covered by an umbrella of acid jazz and Japanese perfectionism. Some of the greatest indie games were made by a single person, including audio and music. Undertale is one of those. Toby Fox channeled the spirit of Earthbound's soundtrack just as much as its other aspects, make one of the quirkiest, catchiest, out-of-sight musical compilations ever set to video games and on its own. Castlevania is known for so much amazing music that some of the best and most popular songs aren't even on this one. Yet the aptly named Symphony of the Night is one of the dopest game scores of all time. Whenever deciding anything between Pokemon Gens 1 and 2, 2 usually wins because it contains Gen 1 in the post-game, including music. But not this time. Gen 2 has some great songs. But most of the greatest and famous songs from the entire Pokemon series come from the original. Junichi Masuda was a master of melody and counterpoint. And these games still strike such a chord in the fibers of my being that I sometimes prefer those original chiptunes. Another soundtrack that perfectly captures the atmosphere and attitude of the game it accompanies The World Ends With You is effortlessly and infectiously cool. Rock, pop, hip-hop, and other modern genres are filtered through an anime lens and given a final touch by some anime DJ.
Wake up, leave your hesitation. Wake up, time for us to realize.
Nier's music is unbelievable. Like, literally, I don't believe it. Most of it is just orchestral and vocal. But it still sounds so futuristic and otherworldly. lyrics are even sung in a fake language. And it perfectly matches this mysterious game. This one is kinda cheating, but who cares? GTA games don't just have great original music scattered around.
Yes, the rhythm's a rebel. Without a pause, I'm lowering my level.
But it's better known for having radio stations that feature actual music from the real world.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. And the intercom Rosie tell me to come, that she didn't have a daughter, that she did have a son.
All the games are great, except 3. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking there. But the reigning champ is San Andreas. This one is also kinda cheating, but guess who still doesn't care? Super Smash Bros. Brings together video game worlds in every way, including music. Live recorded renditions of classic game music. Including songs whose master tracks are still chiptunes. Not to mention original Smash music. Sakurai and his team at Sora knew this value, so they included a sound test for each entry and made it extra convenient for the ultimate one.
Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a path still unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Search your soul and reawaken the undying light.
The music of Metroid Prime is magnetic. It perfectly fuses sci-fi electronic with the haunting atmosphere the series is known for. Echoes and Corruption are also good, but the original is Kenji Yamamoto's masterpiece. Just like the game itself, the music of Katamari Damacy is some of the most surreal and imaginative ever made. Rolling classic video game tunes with samba and jazz in a totally different approach than the other game to do that. Featuring collaborations with J-pop singers and anime voice actors, the whole thing sounds like it's trying to be Sgt. Pepper. This isn't just a soundtrack, it's a record. Super Metroid is often considered the first video game to use sound to truly breathe the right life into its atmosphere and environments. Prime soundtrack might be a masterpiece, but this is Kenji's magnum opus. The Mother series has some of the best and diverse music in gaming. Earthbound is my first choice, but I'm gonna sneak Mother 3 in here too, because my god, it makes me cry. Naturally spanning genres and influences across the globe, the music of Earthbound truly has a worldly feel to it. This fucking record. I can listen to it every day. This is the most bangin' thing of my life. When I was a kid, I was really just into video games and drawing. And most of the stuff I would draw was just stuff from video games.
Follow me, set me free. Trust me and we will escape from the city.
Then one day, I got Sonic Adventure 2 for the GameCube. I loved all the music, but the rock songs hit me like a train. I remember asking my mom, "What instrument is that?" And she said, "That's an electric guitar." And I was like, I have to learn to do that. So I did. Then I got into actual music, and here I am today. Although these days my favorite tracks are the jazzy tunes from Rouge's levels, this soundtrack dramatically altered the trajectory of my life, and my appreciation for it has only grown. David Wise's masterpiece. A huge collection of moody, spooky sea shanties. Sticker Brush Symphony is one of my earliest musical memories. I want to sneak in the first country game too, and I might as well considering the next two spots. But if I had to pick one, Diddy's Conquest is easily one of the greatest and most famous video game scores of all time. We may never know why David Wise created such moving and emotive music for a game about a gorilla taking back his stolen bananas from a crocodile, so let's just be happy that he did. Koji Kondo, the greatest game composer of all timelines. Zelda music is important not just because it's legendary and amazing, but because it's often a part of the gameplay. It was hard to pick just one. They're all so amazing and of course recycle songs for narrative purposes. so I'm just gonna stick the whole series in at number 2. This should come as no surprise. Silent Hill is my favorite series, and Akira Yamaoka's work stands on its own. Despite being called Silent Hill, it's some kind of miracle that Akira managed to pack so much incredible music into these games. They're essential elements of the game's signature spooky atmosphere. But also amazing albums on their own. Industrial, trip hop, rock, and traditional Japanese merge with an unspeakable horror to create the dopest soundtracks of all time. You can tell by the super long list of super honorable mentions that this was a super tough list to make. Did I miss a game you love? Well then hit the like button, sub to the channel, and let me know your favorite video game soundtrack in the comments. Because even if I have zero interest in playing the game, I might still just listen to it. Because music is the greatest thing about getting to exist in this universe or any other.